Hey guys, what's going on? Dave Wobble here, and welcome to another episode of FTD Facts, the channel where we teach you about everything and everything. But today, boom, we're talking about Once Upon a Time. Now, okay, first of all, guys, if you guys are a big fan of the show, hit that like button down there. Guys, before I get into this video, I also want to know who is your favorite character from Once Upon a Time. Once Upon a Time is a well-written show that puts a good, awesome spin on our most beloved Disney characters. Not just Disney, but other characters as well. Now, this is a show that's had an insane die-hard fan base. People love this show. So much that everybody on the internet that's a fan of it is like, oh my god, why is season 6 not out on Netflix right now? Can't blame them, because I thought it was coming out this summer. For all those people who haven't seen it, here on FTD Facts, we try to give you guys facts on television shows and movies, but we try not to incorporate spoilers. Yeah, because, you know, people want to watch the show, right? Also, before we get in this video, we like to give our fans shout-outs because we always ask our fans for future videos. And because of that, boom, Moral Snake here wants us to do a video or episode on video game facts. That would be pretty cool. We could do a Mario one. Now, we all know Lady Gaga from her amazing performance in American Horror Story. But it's not really much of a shocker to find out that she was originally offered the role of the Blue Fairy. However, unfortunately, her management team never got back to the production, and yeah, she didn't end up getting cast. But that's okay, because the Blue Fairy has been quite frequent in the show, but it would have been kind of cool to see how Lady Gaga did it. Now, when it comes to characters, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of cliche here. I do love Hook. I mean, that eyeliner is just so... I don't really swing that way, but man, he is definitely pirate to a T. Now, this punk pirate was originally introduced in season 2 in the episode called The Crocodile. But did you know that originally he was supposed to be in season 1? However, they couldn't get rights to putting Hook into the show. They didn't get it till later. Actually, a side note, you should also know that Gil McKinley originally auditioned for him, but didn't get the part. Speaking about Hook, let's talk about his arch nemesis, Peter Pan. Good form, Peter. Ha ha ha! Now, we know the beloved character as Pan as this boyish kid who always fights pirates. He's a good guy. But in the show, he ain't a good guy. He's a bad guy. That's his spin. Now, you might say to yourself, whoa, Dave, that's kind of new. That's original. That was a good decision. Now, the funny part is J.M. Barrie, who is the author of Peter Pan, actually wrote Peter Pan with a bit of a dark side. In the original novel, it is said that Peter Pan would thin out the Lost Boys if they got too old. Now, again, that's very ambiguous, but people have interpreted it as that he would either kill them or exile the Lost Boys. On top of that, he used to also hunt pirates for fun, and when he was battling those pirates with the Lost Boys, he would switch sides just for fun. What a dick! Actually, moving right along, let's talk about Captain Hook's ship. Now, this ship is a very well-known vessel in the film industry. It is a replica of the Lady Washington, which was an 18th century vessel. The ship itself has been featured in 2 of my favorite franchises, Pirates of the Caribbean and even Star Trek. In Star Trek Generations, it's the holodeck ship in which Crusher gets pushed off of. Now, you may not know this, but originally Paula Marshall was gonna play Maleficent. Now, everything was cool until they decided the last minute they wanted to go in a different direction. And that's when they got Kristen Von Strater.
Because this ghastly place is my home.
Throughout this series, some of the actors have also confused the fan base. Because with some of the characters, they've been seen with wedding bands on their fingers. Characters like Mr. Golden Regina have both been seen with rings because of actors like Robert Carlyle and Lana Parrilla, who have accidentally forgotten to take their rings off. Side note, you may also wonder, why does Mr. Gold not have a first name? Well, the writers just never gave him a first name. Now, let's talk about Prince Charming. It's kind of funny how he started off in this show. For a long time, Prince Charming was in a coma in a hospital, which is funny because it's kind of a role reversal for Prince Charming in Sleeping Beauty. And as much as you guys might think, oh, this was so clever, this was actually kind of a mistake. In the original pilot episode, Prince Charming was set to die. However, the writers were like, well, we can't continue this series without him, so we'll just put him in a coma until we can figure out what to do with him. Jennifer Goldwyn, I think she was always destined to play Snow White. This is because when she was a kid, she was extremely obsessed over Snow White, saying that, oh my god, we got the same hair, I love it! Now, you guys know the magical wardrobe. You get some cool threads in that thing. Well, the magical wardrobe is a tip to Narnia. You know, the Lion, the Witch, and the wardrobe. And that's the great thing about Once Upon a Time, there are so many little Easter eggs that you didn't even realize. Now, James Dornan originally was going to be somebody completely different. Now, we may know him as the Huntsman or Graham, but originally they were going to cast him as Sherlock Holmes. But just like Hook, they didn't get the rights for Sherlock, so they moved him on to something else. Now, when I talk to you about Easter eggs, let's be honest, this show also gets a lot of inspiration from other shows as well. Hook himself was inspired by Han Solo from Star Wars, Wesley from The Princess Bride, and even his wardrobe is very similar to the 80s band Depeche Mode. Yeah. Getting back to also Easter eggs, there's one Easter egg that you might have even missed, and that is Rumpelstiltskin's cup. You may notice it, it's a little teacup with a little chip in it, and it's a nod to Chip from Beauty and the Beast. I love that little guy. Last but not least, guys, let's talk about one of my favorite characters, the Mad Hatter, otherwise known as Jefferson. But how did Jefferson get that name? Well, once again, guys, we're talking about another form of inspiration, but this one came from a 60s psychedelic rock band known as Jefferson Airplane. They have a song that's about going on a drug trip where you fall down going into Wonderland.
Go chasing rabbits.
The song is called White Rabbit, and it is some weird, trippy lyrics, I'm not gonna lie. But because this drug song relates to Alice in Wonderland, they decided that the Mad Hatter should be named after Jefferson Airplane. Guys, thanks for watching. My name's Dave Wapple. It's been an awesome time prepping this video, shooting this video. And for you guys out there, all of our fans, we want to know what future videos you want to see from us, so put it down there in the comments below. But other than that, my name's Dave Wapple. This has been FTD Facts, the channel where we teach you everything about everything. And yeah, we've been talking about Once Upon a Time. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Cool? Bye. Wow!